There are two types of fairies in Cookie Run Kingdom. Fairies who reside in that one goofy episode of Beasties, and Sea Farty, none of which fits the bill with describing our next lost soul. Originally depicted within Millennial Tree Cookie's concept art, Fairy Cookie is an epic rarity cookie who first made her appearance in Cookie Run for Cacao in November 2013. Apparently, she has the least calories and is the healthiest cookie of them all, to the point of producing oxygen to keep the air around her clean. Okay, first off, this implies to me that she is either of the three: bacteria, plant, or protist. For something to have the ability to produce oxygen, they must be someone who can synthesize sugar molecules from carbon dioxide, water, and sunlight. To create oxygen, you have to strip an electron from a water molecule to free the oxygen and hydrogen atoms, which, if two of the same free oxygen atoms combine, they create oxygen gas. So yeah, she might actually be a moldy cookie who might be a plant or a protist. I did not know that the kingdom in Cookie Run Kingdom actually meant Kingdom Plante. Nerdy biology aside, from the looks of things, she's probably planned to make an appearance, either as an NPC or a playable epic once Millennial Tree Cookie's update comes out. Funny thing is, she was actually mentioned by Silverbell Cookie in one of his Kingdom voice lines, specifically this one.
Fairy Cookie. Never heard that name before.
So yeah, this next cookie is quite a wonder, as I'm sure you've seen her in Witch's Castle and other franchises by this point. Yes, it's gender bent Ginger Brave, Ginger Brite. That was a tongue twister. Ginger Brite first appeared in 2012 in the game Oven Break 2 and was featured everywhere to the point of being showcased as a playable character in the 2019 trailer for Cookie Run Kingdom. Apparently, she was a common cookie who can create candy jellies while running and was deemed as a deuteragonist or co-protagonist of the franchise, along with being Ginger Brave's closest companion. My theory for her is the same as Rich Uncle Buttercream. She was probably scrapped to minimize the quantity of comments in the game to let us pull even more for our almighty goat, Muscle Cookie. Though, additional fun fact, the story for her in Witch's Castle stated that she was made from the leftover dough from making Ginger Brave. Honestly, reminds me of how God made Eve from Adam's rib. Okay, I'll stop with the biblical references now. Third of the Citrus Squad with a mighty haircut that rivals all known specimens of emo there is, Lemon Cookie is a cookie who made his debut on Cookie Run for Cacao. He is the third of the Citrus Squad, consisting of Orange Cookie, Grapefruit Cookie, Lime Cookie, and him. Apparently, he was made in a neon-lit laboratory during some wacky electricity-related experiments. Also, he holds a goofy cube that stores electrical power, loves to listen to music 24/7, and that he only had Orange Cookie by his side to comfort him when he became a danger to others due to his electrifying talents. In the context of being a cut cookie from Cookie Run Kingdom, they were briefly shown in the promotional trailer of Kingdom for a split second, right next to Soda Cookie. I have a feeling he was originally planned to be released for either the Summer Soda Festival update or Shining Glitter's release, but got scrapped either because his design and aesthetic didn't fit in with the overall vibe, or because he would be released sometime in the future. Oh well, we can only hope. Speaking of me hoping and coping, these two characters were among my personal favorites, and it's honestly making me upset because they could have and should have been released in Kingdom. First appearing in Cookie Run for Cacao in August 2015, Lime Cookie was the main reason you could vibe to this godsend promotional sound. Yeah, I know, it's such a banger. Even cuter still, she bounces on a beach ball and smashes obstacles for points. And she was described as quite the feisty cookie. Just like Lemon Cookie, Lime looks up to Orange and even learned her spiking skills from Orange herself. During a key promotional image for Cookie Run Kingdom in 2019, she and Orange Cookie are spotted taking a selfie together, along with an appearance in the promotional trailer I just mentioned minutes ago. She even had a cute little minigame design, which again reinforces my frustration. You literally had her on promo materials and you even had a minigame for her. To add lime to the wound, get it? Orange Cookie, who had her first appearance in Cookie Run for Cacao in August of 2015, not only makes her appearance in the pre-registration animated trailer, but can also be seen in an in-development animation for Kingdom, albeit not having her skills showcased. Moreover, she even had an unused splash art, though it does use tiger Tiger Lily's name on it. Again, you literally had her and Lime, the Tropical Soda Islands and Shining Glitters events, as perfect setups for you to add them. So please, Dev Sisters, just put them in the game already. Also, I just want to add that her story says the following. Her smashes are getting stronger every time. Perhaps it is because of her childhood friend? Okay, you know what? I ship the Demon Alpha Sigma Wolf emo to the cheerful WAYY cookie. They're honestly cute together now that I think about it. If you thought Pavlova cookie was the only goober that could shoot random love arrows into anyone's thoracic cavity, you'd be surprised to find out that the real OG was a pink version of Night Cookie. Pink Choco Cookie is an epic cookie first making her appearance in Cookie Run for Cacao back in February 2014. Just like Pavlova, she spreads love using her sugary sweet love virus, and she gets to you using her love beam. Man, I'm pretty sure Eternal Sugar would appreciate an additional cookie in her roster of love giving. You know, maybe she was part of the Forgotten Sugar Paradise, perhaps even working hand in hand with Cotton Candy Cookie. Anyway, I gotta stop with the theories, but she was included in a battle concept art with Zombie Cookie, Cherry Cookie, and Gumball Cookie. I think we can assume she's definitely a magic or a ranged type of cookie, as it appears that she blasts her opponents with love lasers? Photons? I don't know at this point. Have you ever wondered what Holly Berry would look like if she had the color palette of Night Cookie? Well, look no further with Pistachio Cookie, or as I'd like to call her, mint-flavored Holly Berry. Although her appearance within Kingdom's promotional art was not as prevalent as the others I've mentioned, it's very likely that she was planned to be a rare cookie, given that her own oven break rarity was that of rare. Speaking of promotional art, she can be seen with Ginger Brave and the others in early art, along with her having an implied Short Kingdom interaction with Night Cookie. This might mean she does come from the Holly Berry Kingdom, or at the very least, have her lore intertwined with the Berry Kingdom. A LinkedIn page details your business's accomplishments and achievements, but in the case of Dev Sisters banner, it appears they failed to accomplish putting one of the featured cookies into their game. Popcorn Cookie is a cinema fanatic with an epic rarity who, for some reason, watches movies to eat popcorn. So this implies to us that she eats her own ingredients, which is definitely something to think about. Not much can be said here that I haven't already stated, but she can be seen in the 2019 trailer as well. I really think she got cut out because her overall aesthetic won't fit the game's current vibe so far, or Dev Sisters just didn't want to put her in there. Still, it's such a shame. Red Pepper Cookie is canonically Chili Pepper's brother. Proficient in Muay Thai, as his name as Muay Thai Cookie suggests, he appears quite frequently during development screenshots and test gameplay. Additionally, his skills seem to be just him punching a guy with his fist. Sounds like he'd be best friends with our goat, Muscle Cookie. Some other screenshots of him include him smirking menacingly at the player and another one of him singing his heart out along with DJ Cookie and Rockstar Cookie. I didn't know he had the singing spirit within him. They were probably thinking of adding him to an update that revolves around music. Shining Glitters update. But decided not to do it because, well, I don't really think anyone would want to see a dude singing without a shirt on. Just a thought. I would like to add that the wiki mentions that Chili Pepper apparently speaks of him during her Kingdom Overworld quotes. Though, as of writing this, I can't really find that specific voice line. Maybe I am blind, and if I am, do correct me in the comments. And continuing with our sibling streak, another destructive goober got cut out of Kingdom's cookie roster. Roll Cake Cookie, older brother to Pancake Cookie himself, is a cookie equipped with a comically large hammer rivaling Choco Warehound Brutes. Appearing on the 2020 pre-release promotional art as a cookie maneuvering a road roller, he also appears in the background of the Into the Unknown achievement event, which gives the player gazillions of rewards in exchange for clearing out several stages for each episode in Crispia. No, this doesn't mean Silent Salt won't make it to Kingdom, but Salt Cookie would most likely never see the light of day for his release in Cookie Run Kingdom. Originally appearing in Cookie Run Oven Break in July 2018, this strict fisherman warrior harpoons things to get points. Featured in the promotional image for Cookie Run Kingdom last 2019, he was spotted as a dude just fishing at the dock. Yeah, honestly, he could have been slotted in the Black Pearl and Star Coral update, but guess we can't take dubs all the time. Maybe he and Captain Caviar would even be the bestest of friends for their love of navigation. Technically speaking, Sea Fairy is the almighty sea. So that does mean that her hair is a body of water, and she herself is a body with water. Get it? You better be laughing right now, I swear to— And you know what else can be done with water? You can surf on it, and Soda Cookie definitely took that opportunity and ran away with it. A waterproof cookie with the power to generate soda waves at will, Soda Cookie was showcased on 3 main things: Kingdom's promotional animation trailer next to Lemon Cookie, surfing on Sea Fairy's wavy hair on her concept art, and a cameo on the Korean commercial for the tropical soda islands. Now, this is just clickbait. You had him teased multiple times and still didn't go through with it, Dev Sisters. I mean, you literally had him on like 3 promotional materials, so like, I don't know what's stopping you, but I'm sure they'll probably release him in the future. Well, I hope they do. I'm scared of zombies, despite having Project Zomboid as one of my most favorite games, and maybe that's why Dev Sisters cut this next character from the game entirely. With a quarter of its brain matter exposed to the elements, Zombie Cookie was a character who first appeared in Cookie Run for Cacao in April 2013, appearing as a head icon in a development screenshot, battle concept art, and pre-release art in the Oven Break version. This goofy goober probably got cut out from the game because, well, honestly, I think Dev Sis knows no one would want to see a zombie on their game. I mean, I hate having someone's internal organs speaking out from their cracked cranium, so can't really blame them for that. Moving on to the 4 non-playable characters that got cut from the game, we have probably one of the most interesting and tragic cut non-playable characters to date. Meet NPC 0001, also known as Crimson Moon Acolyte or Crimson Moon Order member, who, relative to all the cookies I have mentioned so far in the video, contained the most amount of assets, as they had story sprites, overworld animations, concept art, head icon, and even making their appearance as a walking cookie on Kingdom's promotional trailers. What makes their entire existence more tragic was the obvious thought and energy put into the creation of this cookie, having heavy connotations to Dark Moon magic as inferred from both their name and their appearance in the Art of Cookie Run Kingdom showcase on the 5 magic types. For context, these 5 magic types consist of the following: Black magic, White magic, Nature magic, Desert magic, and Dark Moon magic. Not only are they heavily implied to be released as either an NPC or a playable character, but they were also featured in an activity book titled Cookie Run Kingdom, Find the Hidden Cookies on page 24, and on other similar books. I really wish they would release this cookie as a special, or at the very least, a guest, seeing that they have literally everything in their power to implement them in-game. Though, and I'm saying this as a coping Crimson Moon Acolyte enjoyer, that perhaps they have plans for them in the future. For now though, we can only hope and glean towards their existence through their presence in several Cookie Run merch and character IDs. Undoubtedly, the NPCs truly do have the most tragic tales. Lost Young Cookie and Lost Dad Cookie were unused NPCs that were implemented in the game's files during the Legend of the Red Dragon update. Although having no sprites associated with their tags, their in-game ID implied that they were supposed to appear as characters in a cutscene somewhere along the storyline. Unfortunately, these 2 IDs were reassigned to 2 new characters, Lost Creature Blueberry Spider and Monster Shop Merchant, who were both present in the side story of the update special episode. According to the wiki, this was affirmed through the presence of the same values that were used for naming each string in the final Lost Creature dialogues, and was hypothesized to have occurred to save time with updating characters in-game. Personally, I'd like to think that, at one point, the canonical reason for this change was not because of convenience, but because the Lost Young Cookie eventually turned into a blueberry spider, and their father, out of grief, would dedicate their life into becoming a monster shop merchant in hopes of finding a way to get their son back. While this was a headcanon in practice, it would provide a bittersweet explanation as to why these 2 NPCs were eventually transformed into something else. Well, that's just me being melodramatic though. Last of the NPCs with a thorough backstory, NPC 0331, named Tear Crown Cookie, was an NPC added to the game during A Mermaid's detail update. Obviously, basing from their appearance, it does seem like they were planned to appear as a citizen of Tear Crown, Black Pearl's original kingdom before her corruption. Not much can be said here other than their character design looks blue and it looks cool. They should honestly make them a guest cookie at least, as they did with Aquamarine Cookie and the other gem mermaids. And now for our honorary roll call. Here are the following cookies that were cooked without any special thingies or titles attached to them. Butter Tiger with the title of That Which Travels with Tiger Lily Cookie, Stray Owl with the title of Lost Owl, Decor Evaluation Officer with the title of Environmental Assessment Evaluator, Dragon, who may or may not be a dragon, oh I don't know, Afogod, who may or may not be related to our dear old fish Goddo, and Marionette, Ginger Brave, Wizard, and Strawberry, who I believe were actually used during the Shadow Milk update. Really shows you that the entire beast thing was pre-planned right from the beginning. Isn't that cool? Well, that's all there is for this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. Please drop a like and subscribe because this took me days to finish. And if you want to continue supporting the channel, do consider becoming a member for early access benefits. Also, I'd like to sincerely thank Honeybee, for creating this beautiful fan art for me, which I actually currently use for my Discord account. They are a really cool artist, so you should probably follow them on social media. Okay, well, that's it. This video is way too long for my comfort anyway. Toodaloo!